What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 39 of the Hard Stuff with Bailey and Caleb. As you can see, it's our first video episode. So, I'm Bailey.
Been a fucking process. I'm Caleb.
There we are. Episode 39. No screwing around. We'll do it the same. Just because we're on camera doesn't mean shit. My choice this week, and this has been on our suggested for a couple months, I think.
I say a long time.
Yeah. So we got
I'm excited.
We got Empress 1908 gin, all natural, original indigo.
But we're not drinking it the way that we were told to.
How are we told to drink it?
With just like bubbly or something.
Oh, yeah. No, could not find any tonic water or whatever. So we've got zero sugar Sprite. I assume it's going to be close to the same thing.
Just sweeter.
Well, a little, but that's why I went sugar free.
Okay, fair enough. And he's even got the knife.
42.5%, 750 milliliters, so 3 cups.
Where's this one from?
What do you mean?
Like, where is it distilled?
Oh, I don't know. It's gin, man. Crafted in collaboration with the iconic Empress Hotel in Victoria, British Columbia.
Oh, nice.
So kind of local, actually. What did I pay? $65? $70?
Okay.
Something like that.
For gin, I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks cool.
It looks really cool. I like the smell of it, actually. It's not like pine needly like all the other gins we've tried.
I don't really know what that is, though.
It
smells
indigo.
like industrial cleaner.
Oh, come on. It's indigo.
That's such a sweet color, though. Like, that looks badass.
Like that is blue coming out of the bottle, but it is purple in the bottle. Oh, that might have been a little stiff.
What are you doing? Get the brand label up.
Oh, right. Sorry. Shit. Well, I'm not used to this. Hang on. Sponsor us.
There we go.
Okay. It looks really cool. Oh, you're already in it.
That is weird.
I don't know what that flavor is. I've got no clue what that flavor is supposed to be.
Okay, so it's nothing to do with the flavor, but it hits my palate like you would expect mouthwash to.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. It doesn't taste like mouthwash.
No. But it's like the same feel.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Do you like it?
I like it more than, honestly, like than the aviation. Like, just straight up.
Yeah. Is that the only other gin we've had?
I think so.
I don't know. I like it. It's not bad.
If this mixes well, like, I would actually go to this now for a mixing gin. Like, if I'm looking up like a drink recipe and stuff like that, this would be a go-to for me. One, the flavor's okay. And two, like, the color is so cool.
Yeah. I agree. All right.
Give it a stir here.
This is so redneck. It's incredible. I love it. People can really get a feel for how budget this show is now, and I'm digging it.
Trust me, if they could have seen the last 2.5 hours of what this took.
Yeah. You guys better appreciate the video that we put out here, because this was a gong show.
We should have done it behind the scenes on a phone just to embarrass ourselves on TikTok.
That's good.
That is good.
I like that.
I think I like that more than like sparkling water too, though, because it's not as airy.
And it even suggests right on the bottle, add tonic and citrus, and we got lemon lime Sprite. So
I do like that. Okay, what's the rating? What was it straight?
I don't know. As a gin straight, it was good. I think I'm at like probably a 7.5, 8. I think. I don't really remember what I gave aviation.
No.
But it's better than aviation. I agree.
Yeah, I do agree.
And as a mixed drink, I would drink this.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like if I had Sprite and gin at home,
you would go to this.
It would rival a Ryan Coke. Like depending on the day, I'd pour myself one of these.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
For changing it up, like I'll admit, I like this enough that it's the same thing. If I'm going out for a weekend to a buddy's house and I want something different, I won't hesitate to grab that now.
And I think it makes you look pretty fucking cool. Right? It's one of those things. Hang on, get the label. Sorry. It's one of those things. It's like, oh, that guy's got a blue bottle of liquor. There it is.
and you pour it, it'll look sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think straight for me, I'm kind of in the same boat.
7.5, 8-ish.
8-ish, yeah.
As a mix, I'm at like a 9.
Same, 8.5, 9.
That's a good cocktail. I like it.
Okay. We got a bunch of stuff on the list
this is
today.
gonna be a long one. Where do you want to start?
Let's start right off with Patty.
Okay.
Patty the Batty.
Patty the Batty had himself an absolute week.
Did you? Okay, so I'm diving into this because you put it on the list, but I know about it. Before we get into what happened, did you see the pre-fight interview?
Yeah, I saw the pre-fight interview with him, and I can't remember who his opponent is right now, but I saw his as well.
Yeah.
Saying that he was gonna, what was it?
He was gonna twerk on him.
knock him out, twerk, and go home.
Yeah.
And then Patty was asked about it, and he just said, I'm going to teabag him.
Because that's the thing is like, they're like, he's a weirdo. And Patty comes out as like, no one's weirder than me.
Yeah. I'm going to teabag him. I'm going to teabag him like it's Modern Warfare 2, he says.
Well, my favorite part of all that, the whole situation that went down is the fact that the commentator like asked for clarification about what this is.
What is teabagging? What are you talking? I'm gonna squat. I'm gonna squat my balls as close as I can get without the ref yelling at me. I love that.
It sucks because I seen that and I was like, that just about like bought my pay-per-view ticket to watch this fight.
Yeah, had I given a shit about any of the other cards, I would have debated it. Like, obviously, Molly the Meatball's coming up. She's an incredible fighter, but
yeah,
I wasn't gonna buy it for 2 fights.
It's just it was a funny one that. Again, TikTok is killing it for branding because that's where I seen it. I'm like, I kind of want to watch this now.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Patty, did you see his post-fight interview?
In the ring there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Loved that.
Hold on. So before we dive into that, I have to say, Patty did win.
Oh, yeah.
And he teabagged the guy.
And he teabagged him. Yeah, got 2 good teabags in, I think, before the ref kind of, get out of here.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
but even the other guy got up. He was in good spirits about it. They shook hands like right there.
Yeah, I think this was one of the most lighthearted fights between 2 guys that were just
with like
they were weirdos, right?
Bad
weirdos.
manners.
Yeah, 100%. They were weirdos. I liked it.
But yes, his post.
Fuck. I went to go
guess what? They could see that now.
I went to go pick the bag up specifically to prevent that. Fuck. Yeah, whatever.
Nothing but class here.
A little bit of spill.
So I do like the fact that he addressed the men's mental health specifically.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Patty's interview, the pre-fight stuff, whatever, it's funny, but go search it up. Patty Pimblett post-fight interview about men's mental health. Honestly, not something I expected from what I perceived him to be as a person.
But yeah, it just doesn't come across that way in his press and his TikTok and his vlogs. In a way, like I appreciate that.
Oh,
and it kind of stands for more. Like again, I won't ever shit talk people that preach that consistently because like they need to in a sense. But when that kind of comes out of left field, I feel like it strikes home for more people, especially in that like genre of viewership.
Well, in that like profession, I mean, when you think guys that fight, you think, what do you think? You think degenerate guys, like you think kind of troublemaker guys, like guys that would have mental health issues in the first place. And
is it funny that like the first thing that comes to my head for that is like Rampage Jackson?
That's a little different. I like the comparison. A touch different though. But yeah, I liked Patty bringing it up. I think it was needed. I mean, we haven't really had a huge men's mental health advocate in a while.
Well, and the cool thing I like about that is there's nothing accurate. I have no hard facts, but there's little tidbits coming out that since he did that around there, they had a big spike in phone calls and people asking about it. Like there was it made a genuine difference at the time for people looking out for it.
Yeah, as it should have. That's awesome to hear.
Like as long as like he could have saved one guy out there and it makes it worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he said, I mean, just call.
Yeah.
That's how you start. You start with a phone call. Like you don't need a fucking reason. Like even if you're sad 2 days in a row and you think something's wrong, give somebody a phone call. Just
like you said, if you need to talk to someone or anyone.
Yeah. It's better than them being at your funeral in a week.
Yeah.
Honestly. All right. You want to stay on sports then for a little bit?
Sure.
Big news out of the WWE. Did you see that?
If you say Logan Paul, I'm done.
No, I didn't. I won't. I'll leave it. Vince McMahon has finally retired as...
Are you going to say why?
Yeah, I will, yeah. As chief, CEO, chair, whatever the hell you want to call him.
Yeah.
He's finally retired after allegedly $16 million in hush money payments.
Yeah.
So he was in some hot water for sexual assault allegations, I believe, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
But that's the weird thing with, again, I don't have details on it, but it's not even like he's in it. It's kind of like the stuff going on. I'm going to throw it in like Canada right now with their hockey.
Yeah.
They're not getting in trouble for what happened. It's the fact that they've paid people off now.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one in this press, or at least everything that's coming to my feeds, isn't like he did this. Oh my God, he's a terrible human being. It's like he paid to cover it up, and that's what they're mad about.
Yeah. It's backwards logic. That's all it is. Like, it's stupid. Yes, we should be upset at him for if he did commit the sexual assaults, but I mean, hush money gets thrown around literally in almost every court case of all time.
That's what I mean. We might be jaded. We're fucking small time people, but you look into any major amount of money, business, corporate, fucking sports, everything. Yeah. There is people getting paid money to shut the fuck up.
Every day it happens. So he retired. I think he's worth $3.4 billion. It said.
I know, he's insane
at like 75 years old.
Just because we're on this, like I seen that. It's kind of funny that I didn't know that like Triple H, someone that I used to watch wrestle when I was younger, is like grooming to take over his position. I'm guessing kind of run it
very
now.
Soon, I think,
because he's dating or married to his daughter.
Yeah,
and I didn't know that.
Yeah. Triple H has always been kind of a behind the scenes guy since he stopped wrestling.
Yeah,
and I think this will be really cool to see an ex wrestler and see what he can do with the brand moving forward. And see where he takes Logan Paul and the brand moving forward.
I just hate that. I hate it so much.
He won again. Did you see that?
I don't care.
He is now officially moved to 2-0 in WWE.
Good for him. I watched him jump off the ropes and put someone through a table.
Yeah. And it was incredible.
I hate every second of it.
The guy's an athlete.
Okay, I won't deny that. I actually like him as an athlete. But the fact that he's doing this on his own feed the other day, I think they were in Madison Square Garden. He's making this big fucking point that he's on one side, on the side of the poster for SummerSlam, which, like, honestly, you show me any time in the past that a WWE puts their first time fucking wrestler on the front screen.
Never.
Like, he signed for image and nothing more.
Yeah.
Which I kind of applaud Triple H for, I think.
Yeah.
But the fact, and then he's like, oh, look on the backside. It's my other brother here doing a shitty boxing match. And it's like,
that got canceled.
Did it?
Yeah.
So it's just, it kills me how big they're trying to make this.
Yeah, we don't have enough details to talk about the Jake Paul fight right now, but I believe it's canceled as of right now because the opponent did not want to cut that much weight. Which, fair enough. If you're a pro athlete, I don't want to cut 30 pounds.
Yeah, but he's not. The funny thing is like I don't even think he expected to fight much because as far as Jake Paul goes, there wasn't even much anticipation built into this. I didn't see any kind of press like any of his other fucking dumb fights.
It's been like 3 different guys. 2 have already dropped out. I think this is the 3rd, or maybe this is the 2nd. I don't know. But like a fight was lined up, he dropped out. A fight was lined up, that guy dropped out. This fight was lined up, and then he dropped out. It's like
he's just looking for anything now.
Like just fucking join the boxing federation and do it properly.
He can't.
I know, but that's what should be done because it's getting ridiculous.
Oh, I agree 100%.
All right.
Fuck.
We got way off topic there.
Well, it's like, I'll leave it at that. The fact that Logan Paul is trying to make himself like the face of, call it professional athleticism, just frustrates the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that's fair. Whatever. We'll keep. Holy fuck, we got a lot of sports actually. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Did you read into this yet? I said we were gonna follow up on Brittany Griner.
I didn't know. I seen that she was like on trial again. She was speaking. I didn't see what came of it.
Yeah, so they finally started the trial for her in Russia, or at least the prelims. Like just what's going to happen, all the formalities, both sides of the story, but they haven't actually started the trial yet.
Oh, okay.
And the Biden administration is talking about doing some prisoner swapping.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of what we guessed right off the bat.
Yeah. Now, I didn't think it was going to be of this caliber, so they're trying to get
Hold on.
Brittany
If
Griner
you
out.
tell me they're trading her for some like fucking 3-star general.
They are trying to trade her, and Putin wants Victor Bout out, or Victor, however you want to pronounce it, who is one of the most prolific arms dealers in the last 20 years, and he's been in American prison for 11 or something.
That's awesome.
Something like that. So they're trying to get a WNBA player out of Russia for committing a weed crime. And they're debating on trading one of the most prolific arms dealers to ever be anything in the last quarter century.
Yes. That's just...
So first I want your opinion, and then I'm going to give you the opinion of a celebrity that we talk about a lot on this show.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this? So we're trading a fucking WNBA player who brought weed to Russia for an arms dealer who could potentially help start World War III. Or at least progress it.
All I could say to that is like America.
Yeah.
Like, if I get
dumb
the
as
thing
shit.
of like, it's not even that relevant, but you think like, what's their most famous saying right now is we don't negotiate with terrorists. It's not even, because you can argue it. Like, I get that they're not terrorists at the moment. It's a political thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that that's where they're going, and they know, like, that's the dumb part, is she's more of a socialite on the social media. Like, you look at the coverage this is getting because of the relevance. Like we said, she's not even like a fucking celebrity, but it's like the joke of what she's being held for. So now everyone's interested.
Well, it's not even that. Like, I talked about it last week. I didn't talk about it very PC, but a black female lesbian. Right?
Yes.
Minority.
No, but that's what I mean. You're getting, for a non-celebrity, you're getting a lot of North American viewership, which is making it relevant.
Yeah.
So now they're getting more and more concerned for her safety, even though like technically what she did was wrong. She's facing it. She's getting the worst end of the stick because we're in a war.
Yes.
They're in a war, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just funny to see that as Russia's like, they're blatantly going to take advantage of this. And really,
Well,
I don't blame them.
ya?
Exactly.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? If Biden's this much of a fucking idiot, I mean, you deserve to get blown up a little bit.
But that's a joke. Like, now I want to follow this because if the U.S. goes along with this, it's just embarrassing.
It's an absolute tragedy if this gets any further than the bullshit that's crossed each other's desks right now.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our favorite celebrities to talk about on this show has actually chimed in on it. Mr. Elon Musk.
Oh my God.
He sent out his tweet yesterday, I believe. Kind of at POTUS, whatever.
Yeah.
Subtweeted him. But he said, maybe instead of worrying about this, we worry about people still in America that have been put away for weed crimes.
No shit.
Right? Because I mean, what's the prison population
For
for
petty
minor
weed crimes,
offenses, like minor possession, or even you're dealing pot? Like, get real. And we're talking about trading an
Just
ex
come to
arms
Canada.
dealer.
We're decriminalizing hard drugs.
Has that gone through yet?
I have no idea. I think it was only BC.
I'm just wondering how much coke I can walk down the street with.
Exactly. But no, I agree with you. Like, I would be curious to see what the stat is on that, because it's no secret that how much they filled their prisons with petty crimes.
Yeah, it's like the lowest of low crimes, and it's like, fuck it, you're going to
I'm
prison.
going on a tangent here. The funniest thing ever to do with this actually is whatever it was on National Geographic or something. I was watching like Border Patrol or state police, something like that.
Border Patrol, yeah, that's a good one.
I think it was actually some state trooper one.
Cops.
Yeah. Kind of the same idea, but it was fucking hilarious because they rolled up on a group of guys and each one of them they knew what they were doing. They had whatever their fucking 1 gram was below, like
just
legal carry.
under the.
And the cop, like, his partner was getting a little worked up about it. And obviously, you got a camera crew with you. They're on their phones too.
Yeah.
He walked in. He's like, no. Because what they were doing is they were shooting in this state. You have to be at like a range or something. They're shooting where they shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
They were like safe to do what they were doing. Wrong area.
Fair enough.
So the cop goes up. They're talking. And he's like, so he did it really nicely. He's like, we're going to give you a citation for the shooting. Like, it's not allowed. Like, and he's like, this is where you can shoot. It's like just down the fucking road. He's like, and I'm going to give you your citation for this. And he spelled it out for these kids that are like our age pretty much.
Yeah.
He's like, this is not going to go on your record. This is not going to do this, this, or this. It's like a $420 fine for these 3 kids.
Of course, it's a $420
and like,
fine.
whatever. I don't really care about that. If you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong.
Yes, I agree.
But it was just fucking hilarious to see the difference of like, rather than fucking knee on the back of your neck kind of shit.
Little different. A little different. But I understand where you're coming from. I just wanted to air it out that Biden's about to fuck this up.
In what way? By doing it?
Trading a war criminal for a fucking WNBA star.
If anything, I think that's on her. It's like your country worked hard for you and look what it cost.
Oh, absolutely.
You fucked up.
Total joke. What do you got on here? You got something about Bubba? A little bit of golf going on?
Yeah, did you see him?
I didn't.
He has made the leap. Latest one to LIV.
Well, we knew that, though.
We said it, but the cool thing is like I didn't realize until looking into it he's injured right now.
Okay.
I think it was rotator cuff.
Injury.
So he's been brought on. He's he's part of the league, which means like translation is he took his fucking payout.
Yeah.
But he's in a different factory. He might be doing a little bit of
behind the scenes work.
Yeah. But he's coming out. He's building a team now as he's spoken for next year's season. He's a captain.
I like that.
Yeah.
Especially with his career and his pedigree. Like that's a guy that's won big tournaments. Yes, yes, he's old now. Yes, he hasn't played for
very intelligent golfer.
Very good golfer. Couldn't hit a straight ball to save his fucking life, but shows that it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I like him being a captain. Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
He's washed, but I like it.
And same thing. Like he put out a thing. He's like, I had a good relationship with the PGA. I still want to. Like he made his peace. He did a nice exit, not like a fuck you.
Yeah.
But on the side of golf, this came out today from Golf Digest.
Oh, they're always full of good knowledge.
Well, so I mean, this one, it's not like overinflated or anything. It's just like what they could track down for legitimate numbers for your highest paid golfers of 2022 to date.
I'm going to guess.
Can you guess 3 of them?
Well, DJ.
Yeah.
I would imagine Phil.
Yeah.
Bryson.
Yeah.
Do I need to go on?
Can you get the other 2?
The other 2, who signed really early? Did they pay Sergio a lot of money?
I'm not sure. He's not on here.
Okay. Oh, did Bubba make the list?
Nope.
Fuck.
So the other one on here is Koepka.
Oh, yeah. I should have guessed that. Yeah.
Because he also had some PGA money this year.
Yeah.
And then trailing behind in 5th right now is Tiger. So at guaranteed figures, they have Mickelson is number 1 at 138 million US.
Wow.
DJ coming in at 97.
Honestly thought DJ was going to be number 1.
Bryson at 86.
Okay.
Koepka at 69 and Woods at 68.
And that's all guaranteed money you were saying?
That's made this year. So no matter what they sign for, if it's a year-by-year breakdown, this is like this year's financials.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought that was just like contract guarantees.
I think some of it would be sponsors, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think Tiger has that high of a guarantee.
No, I don't think so. But he would have like sponsors, winnings, all that kind of shit. Okay.
Winnings from what?
The PNC? I don't know. Charlie.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Speaking of Phil, though, did you see the heckler that made it through the Live Tour bubble last weekend?
I didn't.
So Phil hits a drive, I guess, in the middle of his backswing. Somebody yells, "Do it for the Saudi family." And Phil fucking blasts one about 45 yards right into the rough.
I'd like
No idea what came of that. If the fan got kicked out or what, I would imagine he was not welcome around the fucking tour.
To be honest, the best thing about that is just like I haven't seen it on my TikTok yet.
It's fucking funny. You see the clip and it's a good, genuine thing to laugh at. It's funny.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
All right. What do you want to move to?
I say we got a bit on gaming, so let's like go into a little bit of what's going on in the world.
Okay.
So this one, it happened a while ago even, and it popped up again. People are still mad about it, and I wanted to bring it on the show, and that is Kylie Jenner.
Oh, what a dumb bitch. I think I know what you're going to say because I heard about it on Sirius XM or something the other day.
She is getting roasted for her private jet.
So it's not just her private jet. It's the fact that she's like a green energy, green world advocate.
Yes. But if you're a green world, green advocate, would you not take your private jet up 5 times in a half hour?
She took it on a 7-minute flight.
Yeah.
You almost could have driven to the other city.
A 7-minute, a 5-minute, a 9-minute, and I believe like a really fucking short one, like 2 minutes up and down.
So she's doing that, and Trudeau is worried about how much diesel I run through my truck in a year.
Yes, but you're not giving her any sympathy. Did you tell her why? Did you ask her why?
You're right. I should have.
Right?
Do you have an answer for that?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Her kids wanted to go for an airplane ride.
Could you fucking imagine? Let's just think about this. Being a billionaire aside, thinking about going up to your mother at, I don't even think she has kids. It was her niece and nephew, wasn't it?
I don't even fucking know. I don't know anything about those
Kim's
families.
Fucking dumbass kids. Think about going up to your mother at anywhere between the ages of 4 and 14.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, I want to go on an airplane ride, and your mom telling you to get fucked.
She has 2 kids?
Whatever. Irrelevant. My statement is the same no matter whose kids those are.
Okay.
If you are flying your private jet, you're probably taking off and landing for more time than you're actually at cruising altitude.
Yeah.
And you're doing that, what, 5 times in half an hour?
Yeah, it was like 40 something minutes.
You're an idiot. Don't care. Don't care. You could be Elon.
I'm going to play devil's advocate and just like, I'm purely jealous.
Oh, don't get me wrong. If I had that money and I had that jet, I would take it to the fucking corner store.
Exactly.
However,
if I ever get the money to have like a leisure helicopter, I'm going to get in some trouble.
We're also not green world advocates, though.
Not yet. Maybe that's the ticket to the helicopter.
Remember us.
Yeah.
The helicopter and National Geographic.
But if you had Stormy and Wolf come up to you asking for an airplane ride.
Dude, how does Pete do it?
That's a different person, though.
It doesn't matter. It's the same fucking broken ass family.
I don't know. Same thing. Jealousy for me.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
latched onto something good and they're going to ride it out.
Jealous. Like, that guy has done it right and done it well, but Jesus.
I thought you would enjoy that.
I would need a talk from Patty the Batty himself just to prevent me from offing myself.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you have the money to fly him to your house.
No, I'm going to fly him there, but I'm going to stop at every single fucking intersection on the way there.
Like, do you want McDonald's? Like, come on.
Yeah. That's so brutal.
I thought you would enjoy that.
Yeah, I really did. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
So moving on from him to one of the next great guys, Dan Bilzerian. This
is going to be good.
Did you see any of his media recently?
I haven't, but he's always doing
allegedly
shit.
And it's just behind the scenes. There's nothing out to contradict it or confirm it. He got married.
To how many women?
1.
For now.
Yes. It has come out. So all that happened is on his Instagram out of fucking nowhere. It comes up with him in a tux walking down with a girl, like in a kind of wedding dress, like tropical for sure,
Yeah.
saying, I finally did it.
Uh-huh.
And then it came out afterwards, like everyone jumped on the wedding train. And there was some media that came out with him after. It kind of alluded to the same thing. But since then, no other posts, no like, haha, got you, no fucking anything.
So are you taking the over or are you taking the under on this?
I think he's full of shit. Here's your picture.
It looks pretty legit, but I got to know, who is she?
A 20-year-old model.
Big fucking surprise there.
What does that give you for information?
Big fucking surprise there. The only thing that honestly surprised me about this, I'm not surprised that the guy got married or fake married or whatever the hell you want to call it. Not surprised at all. It's probably a terrific publicity stunt, and it's probably a terrific tax write-off for some fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the only reason I can see him doing it.
See, and I disagree. The only reason he's doing it is her dad is someone off the fucking paper, filthy rich.
Yeah. Puts Elon to shame. Some fucking prince in the Middle East living on
the Middle East gun
Saudi
dealer.
money.
Yeah.
Only thing that surprised me here is we don't know her name. So she's obviously just a model.
Really? You believe in the internet that they didn't sleuth the fuck out of this?
I'm sure they did. But if it was like, say, for instance, Maxim's hottest girl of the year.
No. I agree with you there.
Right? Like if it was somebody.
It's still not on his Wikipedia that he's married.
Jesus, man. You can't trust that.
Oh, he put it on his Twitter too.
I think this is legit then. I don't think this guy can just fabricate all this shit. Like, obviously he can because he's got unlimited money.
Haley Grice swimsuit model.
There you go.
I believe.
So, why though? Like, she's obviously good looking. Duh. But the guy has endless good looking women around him all the time.
Oh, apparently they think it's her. They don't. So I'm wrong. The sleuths can't even get it right.
There you go. So why a nobody?
I don't know.
Why a nobody?
Because maybe
I
Dad broke down. He's partying and he found true love.
I don't believe that this man is capable of single person love.
He found his Disney story.
The guy could sleep with any woman he wants at any time with any amount of people watching. That is the Disney story.
Your wife's going to watch this.
No, she won't. She hates this show. Come on. You're telling me you're passing up on you know what? He's probably not passing up on it. He's probably like, you know what? Unfortunately,
well, that's what I mean.
This is the life.
There's no pictures that came out like got you with 30 women or some dumb shit.
It's because he has to keep it under wraps for his image now. We'll still see the parties on Snapchat, but we won't see all the girls.
It'll be him and Tate and fucking 40 people.
Oh, it could be him and Tate. It's got to be him and Tate doing something. What a fucking joke. God, I'm so jealous of this whole episode. Vince McMahon worth $3.5 billion. Kylie's jet. Dan Bilzerian's endless wives. What a joke.
Okay, so let's bring in something you won't be jealous of.
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
The clip we watched earlier, for anyone that's got news or watched it up, the K-pop.
Oh yeah, Jesus, that guy got fucked up.
So what happened is K-pop, they were in South Korea doing a performance. Actually, it might have been China, to be honest. I don't remember. They're doing this performance, and a 600 kilogram monster video screen plummets to the ground and fucking smashes someone.
Yeah, like 30 feet probably. Right?
Yeah.
That's safe. 30 feet, comes down. And it's not like it hits this guy and he falls over. It's like it literally hits this guy straight up like this.
It tries to split him in half.
Just hits him straight up, and it actually paused there and balanced on his chest and head for a brief second before falling over.
So just looking it up briefly, it injured 2 people.
Yeah. The first guy, I'm surprised he lived, to be honest.
Well, apparently...
he might not live.
This is worded funny because I think it's maybe a little different or it gets lost in translation. But he got like clipped by the screen and he was cleared for that injuries, but he's like more or less like an anxious puddle of fucking goo.
Yeah, I mean,
Like it says that he's like majorly distressed. Like it's all mental now, which I'm not gonna say.
I don't
about.
believe that it's all mental because I'll guarantee none of his ribs are intact anymore.
No, not the guy that got hit.
Oh, the second guy.
The second guy.
Yeah, he's playing that up for sure. That's money. He got clipped by that thing as it was falling down. That's no worse than being hit by like a guy on a bicycle.
So the main guy though is still in critical condition 2 days later with major neck trauma.
I'd be very surprised if he pulls through. Like that sounds shitty, but that thing absolutely hammered him.
It was in China, Hong Kong.
Whatever.
I agree though. Like when you watch the clip, like people go and look at it, it's so fucked. Like it hits him so
It
hard.
stands up on. Thank God we have a fucking camera now. It stands up like this, straight up and down, balancing all the weight on him before falling over.
Brutal.
Good for him to even fucking pull through. Like even worth 2 days.
So here's my question to you though. If that happens, are you one? I'm assuming you're never performing again, but do you go to concerts again? Do you never listen to music again?
If I'm that guy?
Yeah.
I would imagine you don't have time because you're in physical therapy trying to learn how to feel your fucking feet for the next 15 years.
Okay.
If I'm one of the other dancers that just got to watch it happen, I'm going to take my mental stress leave.
For life.
Take PTSD payout and move the fuck out of Hong Kong. That's for sure.
Moves into being an electrician.
Whatever.
I got to save the next guy.
Yeah. But
So what's coming of this though is Hong Kong, the local authorities are doing a huge investigation and stuff like that because they don't know if it was like mechanical failure, wrong installation. Like, I don't know.
oh, somebody is getting killed over this. Like, because this is China, you know, usually it'd be like, oh, that's going to be a really bad lawsuit. He will get the death penalty just because it's China.
Gets pinned on the fucking janitor in the corner.
Probably will. They'll be like, hey, we noticed you didn't clean those bolts properly, and that's kind of on you.
Okay, before I get into my other talking point, let's go into your chess one.
Oh, okay. So, young prodigy tournament in Russia. It's like full of kids. I think like age.
Oh, that's what it was based around.
Yeah, it's like ages 6 to 11. I could be wrong, but it is kids. It's a kids tournament.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of chess prodigies from Eastern Europe and all that kind of shit go to Russia to compete. And just for fun, one of the, I don't know, AI companies over there has a robot that actually moves its own pieces. It's not like Deep Blue where it just talks.
Yeah.
It actually moves its own pieces and it hits its own clock and all this shit.
It looks like one of those car auto like arms, robot arms.
Yes, exactly. So this 9-year-old little boy was playing this robot and went to go make his turn when the robot actually grabbed his finger, allegedly thinking it was a piece.
Yeah.
Is kind of what they got from the code, and just squeezed the living shit out of it, moved it like it was a piece, and broke his finger.
Okay, so right off the bat, my thing with this, because I've seen the clip, it's fucked.
Yeah,
it like slowly sets in though, because it like does it, and the kid like panics, no one else takes notice, and then it goes to move, and everyone freaks the fuck out.
Yeah,
it's like you can't tell me in the code that on your plastic chess piece you have to squeeze the absolute fuck out of it to get it to move.
Yeah, like if you're putting in enough force to break a human finger, I don't care if it's a 9-year-old boy, you are shattering that pawn.
Yeah, like that's not just a glitch. It's like if not, the new guideline would be like you need 1 pound of pressure to move a fucking 1 ounce chess piece. Yeah,
this thing's not based on hydraulics anymore. This thing is based on fucking air, if that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that happened. Apparently, the young boy went to hospital. Obviously,
yeah,
got his hand casted up, came back the next day, and actually completed the tournament.
Really?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
good for him, eh?
Lucky he didn't cash his PTSD check.
So,
just screams Terminator.
like, are we going too far with AI?
We're gonna get into a tangent here. I'm gonna say no. I'm a huge advocate for this stuff.
Okay. We're going to save this the next time a robot tries to kill a person, and we're going to dedicate it.
If it's not me, I'm still all over it. Okay, fuck it. I'm diving in. right off the bat, I won't even bring it up. Have you seen the old Boston Dynamics videos? They have the robotic dog that could dance.
Yeah, and like the
acrobatic
big
like,
dog that you couldn't kick over or something. Yeah,
same guys.
Yeah.
Like that kind of model. So there's a couple now that are coming out very similar, not obviously as high tech, but you can buy them on Wish. So someone in the US purchased one of these. You can buy it on Wish. It's like $6,000. It's like it's an expensive Wish purchase, but still cheap in the fact that it works is
As
fucking
an AI,
retarded.
yeah.
Yes. And they strapped a gun to it.
Exactly what you should do. Like if I am a conscious thinking person, that's the first thought that comes to mind. It's like, hey, not only am I going to blow a small portion of money, I'm going to give a fucking robot that I got from one of the least reputable websites of all time.
Yeah.
A firearm.
Yes.
Love that.
America.
Yeah.
So anyways, this happened. I don't know if it was TikTok. It blew up on social media. And we're in the middle of a fucking war. So everyone in the world right now with the little AI stuff, Elon's been all over this again, pushing his AI stuff.
Yeah, as he should.
Like, again, I'm pro his company and what they stand
100%.
for. But like the other AI stuff you see a lot right now is the painting stuff, creating digital images.
Oh, yeah.
You type it in and it creates like photorealism.
Yeah.
But anyways, so everyone's got this in their head. And then this video comes out and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. There's a line that we probably shouldn't cross. And I believe Will Smith did a movie about that.
I'm happy you brought that name up too. But anyways, of course this happened and everyone sees this robot. It's got the same kind of legs. Like it looks like the Boston Dynamic one, except it's much smaller.
Yeah.
And like it was legitimately the next day, Boston Dynamics had to do another press release saying that like their robotics are scientific. They are never going to sign a military deal. They refuse to. It's not what they stand for. This, and this.
Yeah.
Like it's legitimately since the start.
Yeah.
Because if actually the one that gets everyone like that is the movie Chappie.
Fucking never seen it, never heard of it.
Same thing. Fucking robots, AI, guns, shit like that.
Yeah, okay.
But in that one, they show like how these robots got to where they were.
Oh.
And it's like a company gives it to a military contractor and this shit happens.
Downhill from there.
I think Elysium did the same thing with like dogs and Matt Damon and shit. So they had to come out and do another press release, which I'm sure they probably do like one a fucking year now.
Or one a month.
And it's just, I don't like seeing this because it's such a reputable company for what they've been able to accomplish. And then they come under fire like, no, they're going to do that. I've seen that on TikTok. They're going to put a gun on it.
Yeah. That is shit. Like for a company that is trying to do the right thing. But 9 out of 10 companies are going to see the $7 trillion contract and be like, how many guns do you want on it?
Don't get me wrong. I fully expect to say if this doesn't turn into World War III, that World War III will be fought with robots like that.
Has to be.
Guaranteed.
Has to be. I don't care who Boston Dynamic is. As soon as Biden is no longer the president, if you get another guy anywhere close to Trump's level, he will spend the entire military budget on buying that fucking company and putting guns in
It's not even that. I think if it becomes a real thing like that, is there's enough smart people in the world, someone else is already doing something close to the same magnitude.
And they'll sell it.
Exactly.
They don't give a fuck.
Well, it's not even that. Like, I'm not even willing to defend their thought process on the fact that like they didn't see what they did and they're like, no. If you're not going to make that money, I can make that money.
I'll do that. No problems.
That's what I think's going to go on there.
I could see it. I don't even know where we are in this.
We went from Russian chess to killing robots. Killer robots.
Okay, so I'm going to just bring this up because it was a little funny thing. I was listening to a different podcast. Go check them out. Boogered Up.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you any of the guys' names. I just see their clips on TikTok, and I got in like one of those doom scrolling modes the other day. And they did like a Q&A with some fans or just like mail in letters. And one of the questions is, because they still work real jobs like you and I, one of the questions was, hey, how do you guys have so much energy to do these shows? Like at the end of the workday, how do you go out and put that much energy into these shows?
Is this a good time to be pouring a drink? Because that about answers us.
Fucking is. So the one guy says he does what he calls a Kurt Cobain.
Okay.
So he gets out of work and he shotguns a rock star.
Fuck yeah.
Calls it a Kurt Cobain.
I can get on board with that.
That's it. That's all it is. He got a lot of hate for that. Not a whole lot of music fans loved that remark from him.
Yeah.
But me looking from the outside,
I think that's the safe remark on that.
I thought it was the funniest fucking thing I've heard in a long time. And he caught so much shit for it. That's it. I just had to share.
So now I want to know, how do you have so much energy to do this week in, week out?
Well, I don't know, but I know what I'm going to start doing.
If that's not on your fucking personal TikTok, it's not worth it.
It might be my only TikTok to ever go up. I'm going to link it straight to the new YouTube video.
Okay.
And that'll be the only TikTok I ever post.
Perfect.
I just had to share it. I just thought that was the funniest shit. So, boogered up. If you're bored after listening to all 40 of our episodes, go check them out.
There we go.
What do you want to go to? We got
Okay,
video
so
games.
I'm jumping into this first. I put this on because of an article I read a little while ago now. And it's going to get you thinking, if not, I think I know some of the answers, but we'll see.
I think I've seen this going around on the TikTok.
So all it is here's your scenario. You have a 4-car garage,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to put 4 vehicles in it, but you never get to have another vehicle.
That's easy.
You don't know what the future's going to hold.
It's easy.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now. This is first disclaimer as a new green world advocate. Gas, 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 and gas. Four cars. The only fucking batteries in there would be the 12 volt to start the motherfucker. Just putting that out there right now. You got your 4?
No, I haven't. I didn't prep them. No.
Because I think I could rattle this off pretty quick. And I could probably even give a decent reason for each one.
Okay, because this is my practicality. It's not even as much like being here. It's just like the longevity versus the practicality versus the luxury, like whatever you want out of it.
If you had the money to buy whatever you want
that's
and
it.
live wherever you want.
Exactly.
Because you can't obviously drive these cars where we live.
Yeah.
I think number 1, I'm going Rolls-Royce Dawn.
Okay.
With the suicide doors.
Yeah.
Because it's gangster.
You have to.
Like, that's something you roll up in. I don't care who you are or who's driving the fucking thing. Somebody will hold your dick for you while you walk into the casino.
Pretty sure that's like a 12 valve.
Don't care. Somebody's going to hold it for me while I walk into the casino because the car is worth that much. So there you go. That's your balling car, right? You take your lady for dinner, you get in the Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Number 2, you probably want something to have a little fun in, right? You're going to want something that you could bag on, but you're not really worried about it just imploding. So I think I have to go Supra with the 2J.
Oh, okay.
I have to put it in there. I have to put the 2JZ in there. Like, that's the car that I'm going to hop in.
It needs to come with like 5 other crates for you then.
Doesn't matter. If I got the money, I got the engines.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. I'm getting the Supra with the 2J, and that's like my bag car.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. I fucking know.
Like,
What's an exhaust pipe? I don't know.
Yeah. If I'm driving it to fucking drive it, I'm getting that. And then I think you want like your sports car, right? Like, you want your supercar class, but where do you go? And I think this one's going to throw you a little bit. And this is where I'm stuck between the engine matching the interior. Because if I got the money, I want a flashy interior. And I think I'm going Aston Martin Vulcan.
Interesting.
Vulcan? What the fuck is the newer one?
I know which one you're talking about.
I could be wrong.
Because it's the one up from like the Vantage, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whatever the fucking step up on the Vantage is. And that's specifically because V10 with a nice interior.
Yep.
So I'm okay with that. Car 4 is where I'm stuck. Because it's like you either get yourself a nice pickup because, right, we're truck guys.
Practicality, yeah.
Or you do something completely stupid, totally unreasonable, and you get yourself a full fucking drag car, like a funny car, that'll do 0 to 400 in half a second. You can feel your balls sucking your ass as you're going down the drag strip.
Yeah.
Right? You can't get the car to the track without the pickup, so I got to take a pickup.
Okay.
I'm doing it. I'm going to go full fucking, I don't know, F450. Just dualied out, lifted, fucking.
I appreciate that.
8-inch
Because that's
skylift.
if I have to go that route, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Like it's stupid to think.
It's like a limited, done up, everything. Yeah.
Like I'm taking it to the boys at West Coast Customs. I'm like, hey, exhibit, pimp my fucking ride because this is my forever pickup.
Yeah.
That's my 4 car. Did you get any of them? You said you had a couple guesses. Did you get any of them?
I got the vibe. Like because I thought no, I didn't. Your supercar was kind of close. Like I knew what you were gonna go for there.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna have a rat bagger. I didn't expect it to be like on that level. I thought it would be like a higher, like you were just gonna like fucking tear the ass end off a Lambo and like exterior twin turbo kind of idea.
It's got to be something that I could crash into a post and not think about it at all. Just be like, you know what? It was only 80 grand.
Yeah.
It wasn't 400.
Yeah.
It was only 80 grand. Right.
And then I did actually kind of have you going truck.
Yeah, I think you got to have one. I mean, you and I were raised where we have 10 months of winter a year.
Yeah.
You need a fucking pickup. Even if I'm living, like I'll use Andrew Tate for an example. Even if I'm living in Romania or England or blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm still going to have a pickup of sorts.
Yep. No, I do agree with that.
Okay. Do you have your 4? Do you want to think about it for a week?
No, I think I could get close. Like for me, I am going to go the route.
You're going to get an electric.
I am.
Yeah, of course you are. Fuck you, first of all. Go ahead.
I would probably go like a P100D over anything else, especially like a Roadster, just because of the mainstream ability of it. Like even as they time out, you can get batteries for it. Like it's a car that's always going to be around.
And that's what you're going to drive every day.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because the difference is though is like the same thing. My thought process goes where I need a little bit more of your daily driver, but I want to be able to take like 4 guys comfortably, kind of SUV style.
Yeah.
Or the ability to go to fucking Lake Tahoe and go skiing, like snow.
Yeah. So what you should pick there is a G-Wagon.
I fucking hate you so much.
But you go ahead. Sorry for cutting you off there.
What I'm going there is that's my engine matches the interior kind of feel, and I'm gonna go a Lamborghini Urus.
I like that pick.
Yeah.
Really like that pick. That's totally a U vehicle. Like that pick.
And then same thing, like you have to go a supercar.
Yeah.
And I think on that level, just because like they've grown on me, and again, it's not like a collector's where you're not going to drive it and you get your luxury interior with the speed, would be a more limited like Aventador or SVJ.
Yeah, good pick.
Because then you get your active aero throughout, you get some options, and the interior's nice. And they sound fucking awesome. Like it's just, I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, Lamborghini makes a nice fucking engine.
Rather than like, yeah, everyone could say Bugatti, blah blah blah, but I'm not even a fan of the interior.
Fuck all.
Yeah,
like you get 4 buttons. You get aircon, your start, and you get fucking volume.
Because I'm torn between that. Because the thing is like, I think I have to go truck. Because same thing. Like I always come back to what I like. I could easily pick another supercar.
Yeah,
but it's the same fact that. One, if I have that kind of money, like I want to be able to tow shit, anything like from hardware to toys as an excavator to your side-by-sides to taking one of these cars, like anything.
And at that point, if you can't find a parking spot, just park on somebody.
Well, but the thing is like my vehicle is not like lifted to the nines like yours. It's the same thing. It's like an F450, but just like fucking blacked out, kind of stock height, big tires, clean, like just really clean.
Something that screams, I sell Coke.
Exactly.
But not meth.
Yeah. And
right?
you can't see in the windows.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's fair.
Because it was a tear between that or like an old 67 Cobra.
You know what? I didn't even think to go with a classic.
Just because like I always envisioned that as like your fucking Sunday ice cream car.
It totally is.
Yeah.
And it's also the same car that you get to nail any 55-year-old lady in that you could ever want in life. Because they're like, oh, Cobra. Right? Like that is a MILF hunter.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it wrapped and instead of it saying Shelby Cobra on the side, it says MILF Hunter, you're doing it wrong.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Like, straight up. That's what I'm going to put out there.
Yeah, that's my picks.
Those are good picks. I like those.
I know you don't like the electric.
No, I don't. You had 3 good picks. Let's go. I think we only got 2 things left here.
So yeah, I think we're jumping into gaming. I'm dropping off the
Number
fourth
4
one.
there?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's do gaming.
Lead into this GTA. I've seen some stuff. I don't know what this is.
So GTA 6, we're starting to get a little bit of leaks.
Yeah.
We have no release date. We have nothing like that. Rockstar's not like Rockstar's Rockstar. We have no faith in them at all.
Well, and whatever they say, it's going to be way later.
Yeah. The only 2 things that have been quote unquote confirmed.
Oh, I do have another one. But anyways.
That's fine. We'll get to that. We're gonna kind of go back to the Vice City vibe. Do you remember playing GTA Vice City?
That's where I started.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. We're going back there, I believe. We're going back to Miami. That is allegedly where this is going to be set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
I know this game is so fucked for that.
Yeah.
You could come out and tomorrow it's going to be LA.
Yeah, but apparently we're kind of going to go back to that vibe, kind of that story-ish.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I liked Vice City. It was a good game. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
By no means my favorite GTA, but good game, and I'm not going to be pissed about it.
Yeah.
They are toying with the idea because of, again, allegedly, and I'm going to try and speak on this pretty carefully.
Seems to be a common theme in our show.
We're new to the video. I don't want to get banned on the first episode. Because of all the shit that's gone on with Blizzard and their sexual harassment and Activision and their, right? All that shit.
Yeah.
They're debating on throwing a female lead into GTA 6.
Okay, so I did see a clip of this. What's your opinion on that just flat out, though?
I have the same opinion of this as I do with toying the idea of a female Bond.
I'm not sure. This might get us banned, I think.
It's fucking wrong. I have a lot of faith in women. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff that women do that I just A, couldn't do, or B, wouldn't do.
This is just where we need to cut the scene to a clip of backpedaling.
Yeah, 100%. But why change something that's been fine for 25 years?
Inclusivity? I don't know.
Why though? Why? Why does it have to be inclusive? It's a fucking fake video game where you beat up hookers, you shoot bad guys, you deal drugs, you steal cars.
I agree with you.
Why the fuck does it have to be a female?
Why?
Why can't it?
Yes.
Because it hasn't been. It's a change that's only happening because of the feminist movement right now.
So are you still going to be upset, though, if they go into it and this character plays in and it's just seamless into the story and it works?
Fucking play the game. Straight up, I'll tell you right now. If I load up Grand Theft Auto 6, I'm going to fucking back up right now. All the way back, you think of Grand Theft Auto 3, right?
Yeah.
Every loading screen, how many just blatant hookers did you see? How many girls dressed in absolutely nothing did you see? GTA 4, same thing. We got into it.
Okay. But here's what I want to throw in.
5, you could literally see tits in the game for the first time. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh, feminism.
But I want to throw into this.
You go ahead.
If it doesn't change the gameplay and all that, you can still do. I think about it to the fact, if it's not inclusive for the sake of the storyline, but it's like any other RPG of that scale, because that's really what it is. You go out and you build your character and you do whatever. Is to the fact that, every other one, it never works out that way, but you have the option,
to build a female character.
Exactly. But for the reason of, the stereotype, males play males, females play females.
Yes.
To me, that's where I'm going to give them the grain of salt and hope that that's the reason. Honestly,
that's fine. I'm okay with that.
But looking at these games, I don't expect Rockstar to be doing that way for any other reason other than story, especially because of how GTA 5 played.
So that's exactly what I'm about to say. Could you put, because we had 3 main characters in GTA 5, right?
Yep.
Trevor, Michael, Franklin. Could you put a female lead and reverse any of those roles and have them make sense? Be honest.
No, but that
Could you play Michael's wife instead of Michael?
no. But I agree with you in that. Like, you can't for that storyline, but it's not written. Like, is it so unrealistic to say in that line? Like, let's say, even with Frank a little bit, like, if it's
you had Tanya, right?
no,
Yeah,
but to
Tanya
the
and
same thing,
Vanna.
it's like it could be a whole drug thing. Like, I'm thinking, without the syndicate portion of it, you could play like Breaking Bad, where Walter's a chick. Like, you could just be a chemist that plays into the story and you do shit.
Sure, but that's not Grand Theft Auto.
Well, you could be a chemist that goes off the fucking rails. I don't know. I'm just trying to say
but
it.
right, but the game is all about playing a stereotype.
Yes.
It's 100% what it is. And when you think
Maybe you're a fucking hooker broken out, though, that's fucking the whole system. You're Batman now.
Caleb, I know what you're trying to do, right?
I'm
I
not
get it.
shitting on this idea. I'm still going to play the game.
I get it. I understand. It would have never worked in any of the last 8
I'm
games.
drawing my line in the sand here. I'm going to come on after this comes out and we play it and say,
Who's playing it?
told you so. It worked for the story.
I don't know who we is. I won't.
We'll see.
The game's based on stereotypes, and when you think violence, drug dealing, womanizing, you think of men, right? It's what we do. It's what we've been doing for 2,000 years.
That right there is a bad stereotype.
You betcha it is, but it's the way the fucking game works. Let's move on.
I
to
know
your
you
game.
know drug dealers that are
Let-
fucking women.
Only one.
Exactly.
Let's move on to your game.
My game.
Yeah, you just showed me a clip 20 minutes ago.
Oh, yes. Finally. It's been years in the making of just talking about it. Dr. Disrespect.
Finally making a game.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It was at least 2-3 years ago. I think shortly after his Twitch ban. Maybe before it.
Yeah, right before or right after. I don't remember.
Well, we all know, or for anyone that doesn't know, Doc was a game level designer back for MW2.
Black Ops, I think. It was Sledgehammer, not Infinity Ward.
Was it?
Yeah.
So anyways, like, he used to be a part of that. He came out and that was part of the relevance of his career. Like, he said that he did that and he actually used to kind of coach you through some of the map dynamics. Like, his content back then was kind of cool for that, or at least I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But since then, he's gotten to his, like, he's a full-blown fucking celebrity status.
Yeah.
And he just shits on these games. He hates everything about it. Like, if you watch him play Warzone, I don't think he has a good fucking thing to say about it anymore.
Not a whole lot of people do.
So he's come out and he said, even in the way that he does, actually, I applaud him for this. I like his streams because of his green screen and his studio ability. Like, he does these intros where he's in the gym and the stadium and all this shit.
Production value is high.
But he's made a whole dynamic out of it. It's like his spectators are sitting in the arena kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
His
I do like it.
his fucking chat gets in there and gives him donos. He's like, I'm getting cold up here in the seats by myself kind of shit.
Yeah.
You ignore my shout out. Like, he's made a good system. So on top of that, he's working on a game and he finally has released
A teaser.
the footage of it, like, to show off the engine a little bit. And it didn't show in the clip, but in the stream, he comes out and says, like, this is what's gonna just put Warzone to bed. He's like, fuck the studio, I can make a better game kind of idea.
Yeah. So if you're wanting to watch the clip, I believe it's called Dead Drop.
Yep.
Dead Drop, Dr. Disrespect new game. You'll find it.
It's not like a gameplay or barely a gameplay. It's just like to show some of the lighting.
It's a walkthrough of your first 45 seconds in the game
Yeah,
that takes 10 minutes because they're trying to showcase a lot of shit.
exactly. It's just like basic mechanics,
Yeah.
lighting.
Yeah, you do your tutorial, you do your shooting range, you do your movement tutorial, right? You do that kind of shit.
Mhm.
Like, you load up any first-person shooter.
Like, to be honest, we skimmed it pretty hard.
That's the first 10 minutes of any game that you do.
Yep.
I'm going to give it a hot take right now. Based on what I saw, this game is not going to compete.
I'm not going to put it to bed yet because it's like, you can't even call it alpha.
No, you can't. No, absolutely.
And it's just the fact that, especially if him and whoever he's doing this with waits post MW2
Yeah, I think this has to come out like very early next year.
and the new Warzone, like, if they get this engine into a place where they can gain traction and really start working it, and they do kind of make it to pass that, I think he's got a leg to stand on, or at least to the fact he's gonna have enough money to not give a flying fuck anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he already doesn't give a fuck, to be honest. But
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I totally agree. But based on what we watched, it doesn't compete, and it does not look like a doc game.
no, I agree so far.
The second I think, oh, Dr. Disrespect, you think violence, speed,
Yeah.
aggression. That video we watched had none of those things.
But again, it was such more of like a level build walkthrough than a gameplay.
Yeah, it was. It was showcasing this is what we can do. Do you want to see more?
If anything, I want to see this game fill the niche of I want this to beat out Valorant and CS. Like I could see the engine and the type.
I don't think that's the kind of game it'll be.
I don't at all either. But I want it to come out like he's going to try and compete this. I'm the only reason I say that is I hope it comes out and the engine is phenomenal. Like the mechanics of the game are perfect.
Yeah.
And then you can make your gameplay, like your level, to work for it. Like I could see this try and premiere as a AAA game. And I'd love to see that trickle down to your $10 Steam game that fills that heavily competitive niche. Because him and his friends are competitive gamers at their core. And I think no matter how this game turns out, you're going to see that push through a little bit. Because that's why I'm a firm believer that COD sucks. They do not build it for the competitive player to start, period. It is how many fucking copies can we sell?
Fine. I'll agree with you. However, do you remember 3 years ago, I think, maybe 4 years ago? Do you remember a game called Rogue Company that came out?
Yeah.
Very big with Doc. They did levels with Doc. They did character design with Doc. You can't find a fucking lobby for that game.
Really?
It's dead. It's dead in the water.
Yeah, but that's all. He came out as like a partner, and the first thing he got was his character.
But he also designed 2 of the levels. Like, he assisted. He made that a tactical shooter, right? That was supposed to be the competitor for CS.
Yep.
Because Valorant was alpha.
Again, that's what I'm stressing is I don't want this to be built for that. I want it to fall down to that. Because without a studio backing, I'll say the system is broken to the fact where I think his odds at a successful AAA title are nil.
So what do you want out of this game? What do you expect? Give me, like, it's not going to be Call of Duty.
I think it's going to be a cross between Call of Duty and
Medal of Honor,
Minecraft. Like, just that
Shut
much of
the
a step
fuck up.
down. I do. I want it. I think he's going to try and push that, and you're going to get the fast, smoother gameplay. But without that much manpower, it's going to fall down. Like put it this way. I'll put it like Call of Duty, a modern Call of Duty game, but like the equivalency and a little bit of the bugs of like COD 3.
that game won't compete. We just saw the exact same thing happen with Battlefield 2042.
No, but that's what I mean. That's what I expect. And that's the failure from not having such a major studio for this kind of game you're going to push. Or he's going to have a really fit and polished game and he's not going to have the servers to fucking play it.
Yeah, that too. I don't see this working. I'm going to call it a fucking failure right now. Like, I like Doc. I like the 2-time. I like the attitude that he brings and what he brings to the gaming industry. Yeah. I think this game is going to fucking crash.
So will it be better than Infinite?
Be hard to be worse. Be very hard to be worse. But will it be better than 2042?
I think it has to be. He won't even let it out if it's not, honestly.
You don't think so?
Because I guarantee they'll do a very closed beta. And if it bombs that hard, it'll be like they will dumpster fire it.
But how much does he have to pay Tim and Cloak and Nick? And well, he can't play with those guys technically because they're on Twitch, but he could pay them to play the game.
Yep.
Right. How much does he have to pay those guys to play this game if it sucks to get the publicity? Because if this
I agree. You're gonna see it like that regardless. It could be shit.
Blows. It doesn't matter how much. Steam
I think it'll be
discounts.
pay them enough to. Well, that's what I mean. It'll be to break your bottom line and never talk about it again.
Yeah. Or do you have good friends? Like, is Tim gonna stream this game for 4 days?
Or you bring on YouTube as a fucking investor. I don't know.
Right. I don't see this game working.
it could be the next YouTube gaming download.
I'd be happy to try it. Like, it looked like it could be a good game.
Like I said, I think it's
But
too early
I'm
to
worried.
say. We have to wait for like game mechanics, legitimately.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see how it is.
Okay, so the last thing I had on the list, I thought it was a typo, but it actually clicked for me.
Oh, Jesus. 2 hours later, we finally figured out what was on the list?
Yeah.
Holy Christ. Okay.
Have you seen this come out of Saudi Arabia?
The line. The
Yes.
city.
Yeah.
I know what we're talking about now. Yes, I do.
That's what I wanted to talk
I'm
about.
pretty sure I put that on there and I left no context.
No, I did. I added that.
Okay.
I saw the clip and I added it. So it has been blowing up on my stuff. Like, I don't know if they're just dumping money into fucking Instagram and TikTok and stuff,
I don't know either, but I feel like they have to be at this point.
but their future city, which they've officially broken ground on,
They started already?
yeah, is coming out, and it's called The Line.
So what is it? 150 kilometers long?
Something like that. It's not like that to start. Like they're doing a smaller piece.
Yeah, but that's like the fever dream.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's going to be 100-mile long city, only
170 kilometers is the length.
yeah, how wide is it? It's only like 200 meters or something, right?
200 meters.
Yeah, 200-meter long or wide city. But it's going to be 170 kilometers, roughly 100 miles.
Yep.
And it's going to be a fully mirrored wall, like the Great Wall of China, basically.
Yep.
And it's going to be, what the fuck is it? It's like 60-something stories tall, they're expecting.
It's big.
So basically what they'll do is they'll put you wherever you decide to move into, whatever neighborhood, but every 10 kilometers, I believe, is supposed to have its own energy system. They're supposed to have multiple grocery stores. Like anything you could ever need in your city is supposed to be within walking distance,
Yes. It's
as well as an energy source.
within 5 kilometers.
5. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah. Up, down, like in a 3-dimensional space.
Yeah, because you can go up, you can go down, and you can go left or right.
And that's everything you need to live. That was medical, food, leisure,
Power.
education, like fucking everything.
Why aren't we funding this?
I just don't know if it's feasible. Like, I live for this kind of tech and I want it to work,
I want it to work so bad.
but the money into the reward, I don't see this lasting because it's supposed to support like fucking 5 million people or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Is the fact of like, it's going to turn into any fucking old movie you've seen where rich live in the clouds and the bottom level of that is just shit of shit of shit.
Oh, yeah. If you're anywhere close to ground level, you are in poverty.
But that's what I mean. Like, I don't see
But it's
how this grand thing supports all these different wealth classes.
why does it need to?
Because that's what our world is.
It's Saudi Arabia.
Yes, but that's the point. And it's all supposed to be like 95% renewable, green, this and that.
If you are the investors in this, because you know these guys are the 1%, they're the 0.5%.
But okay, so that's the thing though. This line works and you have your rich. This is being pushed by everyone that's fucking rich over there.
Yeah.
Is the fact that to make this self-sustainable, you need your fucking delivery dude or your dude that turns a screwdriver.
Yeah. And
He's not going to stay there if he lives under a fucking cardboard box.
No, and that's fine. And you'll have the working class. You will have your middle class. You will have your upper class. And you will have your 5%.
Like, let's not even bring in the fact about their culture and like, I want to see the orphan rate there and stuff like that.
Well, women aren't going to be allowed to do shit because that's how Saudi Arabia works. Unfortunately, that's how it'll work. They could probably be teachers, and I bet they'll be nurses, and that's it. They might not even be allowed to be teachers.
I want this to work so badly, but I think it is such a pipe dream, and I don't want to see it turn out like fucking any futuristic movie you've ever seen.
That's exactly what it will be. I'm going to tell you. And I think you're concerned about like the...
This is going to be built like the Death Star then, and you're going to see your fucking equivalency of Aladdin
Never saw it.
drop a bomb in it.
Never saw it. Star Wars is a fucking myth to me. The lower class or the homeless class will not exist in this city. I'll guarantee it. I could see the mayor going around himself and just Right?
You're going straight to hell.
But it's Saudi Arabia, dude.
Okay, so saying that, if this works, the economics work out and it's perfect, who's going to try it next? The U.S.?
100%.
How's that going to work?
We'll see one going right through the middle of Texas.
Exactly. And Elon's little house will be on the top.
Fuck it. Whatever. Why do we hate this?
I don't. Like I said, I want this to work so badly. I just don't think it's feasible.
Who does it third is the big question. China?
Probably.
Because China is kind of like on the brink of third world in some parts.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. That's the prime example. You have probably the fucking wealthiest superpower of a country right now that lives on such a high rise, but it's no different than like fucking Vancouver and these high rises where your penthouse costs $9 million.
The difference
And
is,
the guy living on your sidewalk has a needle in his arm and is fucking worthless.
The difference is in Saudi Arabia, they don't give a fuck about the guy with the needle in his arm. If they see that, he's either dead or deported.
Yes. But that's where I think this system ends. If
Why
they
does
want
it
to
end
preach
there?
this to work for everyone, it's a broken
They
system.
don't give a fuck if it works for everybody.
You're going to have your fucking herds of people that are the wanderers. It's going to be the Walking Dead outside of the
They
fucking...
don't care if it works for everybody. Do you think the fucking Live Golf Tour cares if it works for everybody?
I'm saying I want it to work for everyone.
No, that's fine. You're allowed to do that, but you're wrong. The Western world was not built. Well, like it was built to rely on men, but now it is not. Women won't allow that to happen in the Western world.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it only works in Saudi Arabia. It'll work in India, I bet, because same reasons. And it'll probably work somewhere stupid like North Korea.
We're getting banned.
Nothing I've said is incorrect.
It's politically very incorrect.
I'm not using slurs. I'm doing my best, man. I really am.
We're going to follow this closely. Whatever, even if...
The first fucking 4 kilometers that go up, we're booking plane tickets.
Okay, I can agree with that.
I want to see this monstrosity.
Yeah. And that's the same thing. I hope it works. The renderings and stuff that have come out for it are phenomenal. I want it to work. That's where I'm leaving it.
Yeah. Okay. Good enough.
There you go.
Are you content with the episode?
Yes. I have no idea how fucking long it is because we don't
I
have
don't even know
screens
if
up.
this is still recording, to be fair.
We have backup audio.
We both have finished a second Empress.
It's good.
You're still there, eh?
Yep.
I like it.
Like, I will pick that up for my house.
Yeah. This is a good one to have in the liquor cabinet. Like, if you have a guest over that says, I like a gin,
Yep. They can
here you go.
bastardize this however you want.
You bet.
I think
like it.
that'll go good with almost anything.
Yeah.
And as I kept drinking it, like we talk about gin in the pine cone, I get it in the smell.
Mm-hmm.
On ice now.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. The second one hit me a little late, but it is, I mean, it has to have some.
Yeah.
I think that's what gin is. But I don't hate it.
I agree. I that's a win. I like that one.
Thank you. I'll take credit for that one. Now that we've got this set up,
And it will improve. Like, give us growing time.
honestly, this was a mess. What time is it now?
1 a.m.
1 a.m. We got here at 9:30.
Yeah.
9:15, I believe. So we've been here for almost 4 hours. It took us 2 hours to realize our setup wasn't going to work. We had to run out and get some extra cables and extra gear.
Yep.
And now we're back. And however long this episode actually is,
I'm guessing an hour and a half.
I'm guessing that as well. So I would say about 2 hour or 2.5, 2:45.
Of just
Just
pure
to
shit
set this
show.
up. And all we got was 2 mics, 2 blank screens, and 1 camera. But it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, the dream was bigger, and I'm not even going to say what the plan is because we'll just get there.
We will get there. We have all the equipment. Like, you guys can't see it, but it's all in a box right there. It's all there.
Yeah.
We just got to figure out how the fuck to use it properly. And then we're good. Like, this is what we talked about 20 episodes ago.
Yeah, we started into this and we're like, fuck. Then we came back to it, we're like, okay, it's time to buy some stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's like, hey, we bought some stuff and we didn't buy. It's like you buy a new car and don't buy gas for it.
That's exactly what this was. That's exactly what this was. But we hope you guys like it. Like, that's where we are.
Well, and the point of this too is we're going to bring this out. We're going to have more content coming, like little bits on Instagram, hopefully. TikTok might get some bites back. Like,
ooh, we got clips now we can pull.
that's what I mean. Like, that's going to be our big growing point. So then, like, anyone that either thinks we're awesome or idiots can send it to your friends and just grow the chain. I don't really care which is which.
No press is bad press.
Exactly. And anything else than that, we're not going to be able to control the narrative. And I fully understand that.
Especially with this show. You content then? We're good?
I think so.
As always, we appreciate everybody hanging out. This has been a long one. This has been a delayed one.
We just went with it. We had to,
Yeah.
we're fucking, you also can't tell, but we're like 94 degrees in here right now.
I'm sure you can tell I'm sweating like a whore in church.
It's fucking bad.
As always, we appreciate you guys hanging out every week. Like Caleb said, expect a lot more shit on social media now.
Yeah, but especially like this is going to go up. It'll be on Spotify and this one will be on YouTube.
Perfect.
And I say that as long as the camera's still turned on.
Yeah. If you're listening now and not watching, it never made it to YouTube. It never happened.
Yep.
But we're doing our best. We will figure this out before everybody goes back to school.
Yes.
That's,
and it'll be much more dialed in.
That's my timeline, I think.
Yeah.
If we can't figure it out by September 4th, it's done.
I agree with that.
Okay. I like it. As always, make sure to check us out on Spotify and YouTube for the video if it works.
Stay optimistic. Yep.
Instagram, we got a lot better last week. We got a poll up. We got a story up. We got a post up.
Mm-hmm.
And we got some interactions on it.
Yep.
As opposed to that, start sending this around. I don't recommend to send this to your girlfriend or your mother, but your father will love this show and your boys will love this show.
Yep.
I'm not trying to be sexist, but I have had some complaints from our female audience.
I didn't hear that.
Big surprise there.
Yeah.
There we go. We will see you guys next week. Hopefully with more video.
Yep. Until next time.
See you later.